Salvation International Preparatory School. Salvation International Preparatory School. A place to be, a school to go. We'll build you up from the cradle to university. Salvation International Preparatory School. Salvation International Preparatory School. A place to be, a school to go. We'll build you up from the cradle to university.
Good day, viewers out there. My name is Ogechiko Okeke. Welcome to SIPS Summer Vocational Class. We have an uncle who's going to be taking us on graphic designs, text and images. Hope you are going to join us in this class.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
So, I'm Mr. Glee by name. I'm a graphic designer by profession, a computer science student from the University of Benin. So this morning we'll be talking about graphic design. So graphic design, it goes in two ways. There's digital design, but there is still the normal hand design. So for the sake of this lecture, we are going to go straight into basic knowledge of computer. What did I say? Basic knowledge of computer. So by now, it is assured that you have basic knowledge of your computer, but just to go a little bit more deeper and just to refresh our minds, this is what we call a keyboard. I believe we all know that.
Yes.
So this is what you'll be using. It's an hardware device which you'll be using to control the software we'll be using for the design for the sake of this lecture. So we'll be writing some shortcuts on the board that you'll be utilizing for the program. So keyboard shortcuts. Normally in life, when we say shortcuts, if you're heading to a destination, a shortcut is the quickest way to get to that destination, right? The shortcut is the quickest way to get to that destination. So talking about keyboard shortcuts, it is you using this device, this hardware device, to perform tasks faster. What did I say? You using this device to perform tasks faster. So we have function keys and we have normal letters. Among the function keys we have is the control key. You have it here, the control key. Then the Windows key. If you are using a Windows, you have a Windows key here. If you are using a Mac, you have a Mac key here. Then alternates. So I'll be giving us the abbreviation of these words. In your keyboard, you have it CT arrow L for control. Then ALT for alt. Then shift. Normally, if it's not written shift, you will have an arrow there pointing up. You have an arrow there pointing up, so they are the same. In some keyboards, they will not write shift. Like in this specimen I'm holding here, you will not have the word shift there, but you have the arrow. Then cap lock. This one is basically used to capitalize your letters. Maybe you are typing. As the diagram of this keyboard is, all the letters are written in capital letter. So without you pressing cap lock, you will not be able to activate the capital letters of the keyboard. And switching it off by pressing it, just simply pressing it, you can switch from capital letter to normal small letters by using your cap lock key. So next, your function keys. We have 12 function keys, which is identified by F. So you have F1, you have F2 to F12. So I'll be giving you the basic shortcuts you ought to know for this program. So the function to copy is Control plus letter C. The function to copy is what? let's say for example, I have a book in my hand. I want to give you a copy. I want to distribute a copy to the number of students present here today. Copy means I will take that file, that book per se, take it to a photocopying machine to make extra copies. Meanwhile, I'll be having my own copy, like the original copy. The process of sharing those copies to each and every one of us, we call it pasting. It's a computer language. It's called pasting, which is Control, not P, Control V to paste. So I may be having a file in my system, an image or a graphical element in my system or in my graphic software, and I want to distribute that particular image or graphics as it may be to different parts of the design or to different folders of my computer. So first of all, I will apply the short key to copy it. Copying it, it stores it in the random access memory, so you can now share it. Sharing it is called pasting. So there's another function which will be going quickly through all these shortcuts. It's called Control X. Control what? Control X to cut. This process of cutting, it means the copy of book, for us to understand, the copy I'm having, I'm not taking it to a photocopy machine, I'm just issuing it to you directly. So cutting, it means that you will not have a copy again. I want to give out this particular book to all the students here. If I copy the book, I will have a lot of copies to go around, right? Sharing the book to one another, to everybody. You take, and pasting it. That is the function for pasting, is Control plus V. For that Control S, what it does is giving out what I have without having a copy, without keeping a copy for myself. So Control S, it cuts out the file, the image, or the graphic element and gives it to the particular folder I want to issue it to, or a person, by example we are having now. Thank you very much. So I hope we are writing this down. Next week we'll be going straight to practicals. We'll be seeing how these things work. So the next function key, so Control plus A. When I say Control plus A, it simply means you say Control plus C, Control plus V. How do we execute that function? It's by holding Control. This is the Control key, like I stated earlier. This is the Control key. In your keyboard, you basically have two Control keys. Maybe this one is damaged, so you can still use this one here. So when I say Control plus C, it's you holding down Control and pressing the letter C. Holding down Control, pressing letter C, you have copied that image or graphic as it may be. Then pasting, holding Control. When I say Control plus any other thing, it's you holding the Control, not releasing it until you have pressed the letter that you want to execute the action. So holding Control plus V, we paste it. Then holding Control plus A, it will highlight. Let's say I want to highlight all the particular image. I hope you are understanding what I'm saying.
Yes.
Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes.
I hope you are following.
Yes.
Let's say, for example, in a folder, like for instance, I'm inside a folder. Inside the folder. In the folder, there are many images there. This will be numbered image A, B, C, D, E, and so on. If I want to select everything, what I'm saying is, if I want to copy or delete or paste all that are here, instead of clicking and selecting one after the other, I can just click only one and use this function, this shortcut, which is Control A, to select everything. So you see, when we are doing our practical, you will see it will highlight all the images present in this folder. Then I can now copy delete, or do whatsoever I wish with them, because all of them are elected. And there's still another shortcut, Control D. This one does not work with the computer interface. It works basically with a software device, a software application, which we'll be using for the course of this graphic design. And it's a CorelDRAW software. So this function is to duplicate. Duplicate is the same thing as copy, but in the computer system, in the computer windows, like the operating system of the computer, they do not recognize this language, because these are languages. They do not recognize this shortcut, which is Control D. But when editing, when you are in the action of designing something, you can use this short key, Control D, to duplicate. Another one here is Control S. Control S is to save. You have started doing your work, started editing, doing your graphics, or retouching an image. Then you want to save that image or that document for later use. The function key is to use Control and press S. It will automatically save the work you are doing. And let's say you are performing an action in editing, the editing software. Then you made a mistake. Maybe you moved something you did not want to move. Or maybe you mistakenly deleted something in your editing program. Then you want to go back to where you have that thing. Let's say as you are designing, you are doing your design, you deleted a particular element and you want to have it back. You want to undo that action. There's a short key for that, which is Control Z. Control Z will take you a step back. Control Z, it will take you a step back from where you are presently in your workflow. So Control Z to undo. Control Z will undo the action you just performed. Maybe you deleted the image or you moved it to another particular part of your graphic software. To bring it back to the exact place you were before you did that action, or per se that mistake, you can use the Control key, Control plus Z. We bring back, we undo the action you just did. Then, let's say you changed your mind. This is where Shift comes in. Let's say after undoing the action with Control Z, you say, oh, it's like I've changed my mind. I want to go back to where I was before. I use the function key Control Z. So you can hold Control, holding Shift together with Control and pressing Z. So it will take you forward to your workflow. So I think these are the basic shortcuts I've been wanting to talk about on the keyboard. Then the next, your mouse. These are, as it is, these are input device. Your mouse, your keyboard, they are input device. So the mouse here, in my hand here, it has a left and a right. As you can see, I can press this, I can press this. So they have different functions. When you hear your computer teacher telling you left click or right click, the way some of us handle our mouse, I was teaching last week, and the way the child was handling the mouse was like as if he was handling a spoon. This is the way you handle your mouse. Are we seeing it? This is the way you handle your mouse. Here, it should be under your palm. Then with these two fingers, one will be on the left part and one will be on the right part. So left and right. So if we say left click, you know you are using this finger. While holding the mouse correctly, you are using this finger to left click. to right click. Then we have a screw here, which during the practicals we'll find useful. So I think we'll be going straight to graphic design.
Welcome back. That was the theory. Join us next week for the practical of graphic design. Thank you.
Salvation International Preparatory School. Salvation International Preparatory School. A place